In a recent interview with Vanity Fair, one of the stars of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, aka the Winter Soldier himself, talked a little bit about his history and experience working with Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, where he goes on to praise the man behind the entire concept and how he doesn't get enough credit. Sebastian Stan has been making the rounds, doing interviews in regards to his past, his, of course, present, and what the future holds. Naturally, everybody wants to know about the future of his involvement with Marvel Studios, and specifically what might be happening next. Now, of course, he can't really talk about that, but he did reflect on the success of Marvel Studios when asked about it, and he specifically talks a little bit about the MCU being the way it is and what it is because of Kevin Feige. So here's one of the things he said, and I quote, "I just think Kevin Feige doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for being the genius mastermind for putting this entire thing together. And every single movie to me feels intricately kind of tied to something else and to another story. And it's just, there's a lot of these movies. I think that sometimes they don't get the credit that they deserve." End quote. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of going to agree with this. You know, you see a lot of people toss Marvel Studios, what they're doing, under the bus, big directors, big actors even. They're like, "I don't like it, it's stupid. What is this? It's all the same thing." But again, they're servicing a major plot that's an overarching plot that every single film and TV series has to have their own contained plot while still contributing the major factors that they have that are happening to the bigger plot. And even the small plots sometimes contribute to it, and it all has to work together. Other people can't do that. You know, you look at the history of attempts and other people that were trying to do it. The best we got was, what, Star Trek in the 90s, where you had The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, and even they were having some problems. Stargate did it, but again, it was the same thing. Nobody's taken an undertaking like the MCU. And certainly nobody that's tried has found as much success. And again, it's all down to Kevin Feige, who's been literally the person behind it since, well, 2001-ish, when he started to really break into the industry and would just kind of sit back and watch what Sony and Fox were doing and was trying even at the time, but nobody would listen to him. So I agree with him. You know, Feige doesn't get as much credit as he probably deserves, because if it wasn't for him, you literally wouldn't have the MCU. Like, Marvel would probably be dead or piecemealed and sold off to every studio and, you know, executive in Hollywood, and we wouldn't have this. So he really was there, I mean, from the start, and made it what it is today.